during the process of me writing the first song, this relationship became violent.
This is all happening while you're in your home country.
Yes.
Hi! Today we're here with the amazing and beautiful and talented Laura Yachty, who has a recently new EP out called Beware the Devil. She's going to tell us a little bit more about the story.
I actually made this Instagram story, and then you guys let me know that you're interested in hearing more about what was going on in the period where I wrote these songs and what I was going through. I guess 2024 August. So I came to the US for the second time, and I basically got to know like a lot of musicians, a lot of really cool people, and I connected with this one gentleman. So I'm from Hungary, which is in Eastern Europe. Yeah! So I had to go back to Hungary, right? The contrast was so intense that basically it immediately threw me back into like, you know, drinking, going out, just completely like partying the night away, just trying not to be awake for the process of it.
Would you say sort of a survival mode?
Yeah. When you're back home, it's kind of like that. Like, but yeah, so I was just like partying a lot. I was going out and I was not happy, right? And then so one of these days, this guy, he told me that he wanted to be with me. And I was very shocked because I was like, are you sane in the head?
Man in Hungary.
In the US.
In the US?
Yeah, so we were having like a Zoom FaceTime type of...
a long distance dynamic.
Situationship. Not even a relationship, a long distance situationship. Situationship.
How New York of you.
At the time, I didn't really know why I didn't want to be with this person. But I have a really strong gut feeling that tends to be correct most of the time, especially when it comes to men, unfortunately.
Your female intuition.
Yeah. I don't know, I was looking at him over the FaceTime and I was just like, I can't. And he asked me why, and I couldn't explain it, so I started writing the Beware the Devil EP. And it originally started as a project that I addressed to him, to explain to him why I can't be with him. So that's why in the first song you would hear specifically like it's directed at somebody that I'm romantically interested in, right? It's explaining why I'm having trust issues and why he would see me go out at night, and despite me going out at night I would still come home and declare my emotions and I don't know what, and then obviously behave a completely different way, right? And so I wrote him this song where I was just explaining that it's not about necessarily, like, it's not about me cheating or not cheating. It's about the fact that I live in a world that is like survival of the fittest and you live in a world that is not. So it's really hard for us to understand each other and find the middle ground, especially with all of this distance, right? And then this is where the shitty stuff happened. So after I wrote Beware the Devil 1, and all three songs were obviously going to be addressed to this guy, my best friend has been in a relationship, and this relationship, during the process of me writing the first song, this relationship became violent.
This is all happening while you're in your home country.
Yes, while I'm in Budapest, I'm in my own little studio, just drinking instant coffees, ramen noodles, I don't even know what. Like I was just so locked in. I was just like writing this first song, and then my best friend texted me that she needs me to come over because something happened, right? So that's when I went over to her place, and that's when she told me that the previous night her boyfriend roughed her up. And so I let it cook in me for a day, and then in the evening we were going out again, as we do, and I got quite drunk. And then by the end, she told us that she has to go back home because her boyfriend texted her. There's no way that this bitch is gonna go home and cook a meal for a guy that just roughed her up, right? Yeah. So that's when I just like took the wine bottle and I was like,
I'm gonna beat him up, I'm gonna like break his skull.
I don't know what. And then she was like calming me down the street being like,
no, Laura, no, please, this is my relationship, I'm gonna deal with it, please don't do anything.
I'm like,
okay, but then deal with it.
And then the next day I went home and I wrote Beware the Devil 2. And so I wrote this song and then I finished it in like a day, and then I sent it to my friend and I was like, what do you think? Can I send it to him? At the end, this song obviously got to him somehow, so needless to say, he broke up within a very, very dramatically short period of time. She was free to roam the world again, happy, he never popped up again. I think I threatened him good enough, right? So now it was time to get back to my project, which got a little bit sidetracked by the second song, right? But I did feel like the Beware the Devil 2, it still like fit into this like whole concept of the EP, right? Because the EP was still about me giving him reasons why I am not a good girlfriend and why it's not a good idea to date me at this point in time. And I feel like, you know, kind of like my violent urges that stem from me feeling powerless in terms of protecting myself and the people that I love. That obviously is another reason why I'm just not ready for a relationship, right? And then the third song is Beware the Devil 3, the Oblivion one. That's the one I feel like that just became the most emotional, because by this point I have talked about the distrust issues that I had, and I have talked about the kind of abusive things that me and my female friends tend to find ourselves in, and where we are constantly dependent on each other's support. And so by the third song, I feel like, I don't know, it just feels like it's kind of like a breath, like an exhale. It's like I didn't want to take it anymore, right? So this song is essentially about me complaining about how I'm carrying everybody's burdens, how I am intervening in every situation that I can, and the price of this is me losing myself, and then me becoming numb and dissociated, and just haunting the money and haunting the material things, and not even caring about emotions anymore, because I just became a disbeliever, I guess. Then I also referenced, this is I guess the first time where I referenced the fact that I am dating somebody who is native English speaking, because of the line, I am not native, it's so what you reap, right? So that's where I told him, like, I'm not from your country. I am suffering the consequences of who I am and where I'm from. The fact that I can't outrun who I am, and I can't outrun my culture and my country, and like this realization kicking in, right?
And the third song was also written in Hungary?
Yes, so basically all three songs were written within the same 4 days.
And
like I started and then it was done.
And how did the this man that you're addressing, how did he receive these songs?
At first, obviously, he tried to praise on the fact that I'm talented. We know that,
Clearly.
bitch. Yes. Then after that, obviously, like, I feel like when it comes to men, and not all men, obviously, like, there are men that I really appreciate, but unfortunately, more often than not, men have an ego problem that I have encountered. And this guy was no different. So first instinct was, oh, I'm so talented, and he wants to find a way to make this situation a source of pride for him instead of a source of embarrassment. And then the second instinct that he had was denial. So he basically like acted like every time I read him the lyrics, he acted like he doesn't understand, or really it doesn't like go into his brain what it's about. And so basically after like 10 times I had to sit down with him and tell him, hey dude, I wrote you this EP. Can you respond to this? And he was like, what? Me? And then he started like acting like super weird about it. And then after that, shortly after, like things just completely went like downhill like very fast. Because as it turns out, he was also still having a completely ongoing open relationship that I had no idea about. So my spidey senses from earlier on were correct. Right? And I also talked about, they always are. I talked about my distrust issues, but as it turns out, he had a whole girlfriend on the side. Wow. And then as it also turned out, this whole girlfriend, he started dating when he was 25, 26, and the girl was 16. And this girl basically got kicked out of home because of dating an adult who is not in her religion, because her family is very religious. And this was the point at which he said he's not ready for a relationship with her. He needs to open up the relationship. So this poor girl has been sitting on the sidelines watching this man date left and right and tell lies left and right? And she's sticking with him. Why? Because she was too young. This was very, very, very humiliating and a very embarrassing story for me. And the fact that like since then also, I'm not going to come out with names, but since then, neither of us have come forward with any type of stories, any type of names, and neither of us have ever acknowledged our relationship. Very telling. You know what I mean? Like, I am not gonna, I believe in karma. I believe that karma is coming for him. That's why I'm not gonna like, you know, say who he is, right? But at the same time, I really hope that one woman after me is gonna be smarter than me and gonna drop this name. Because like, you know, these people, they deserve to be outed.
I think feminine rage is a globally bonding experience.
Yeah. I guess over the years, just watching my mother struggle, watching my grandmother mother struggle, watching my sister and my cousin struggle, you know, my best friends. Yeah, of course, I mean, it's bound to make you angry, right? That's just what it is. Like, I don't want to live my life like my grandma. That's it, you know? I don't want to have like a half-arranged marriage where I'm like stuck in it for 50 years and I'm unloved and I'm like, I don't want to do that.
I think it's very cool that you are acknowledging the feminine anger that you have, because I think a lot of women suppress it or they're not even aware that they have it.
Yeah.
What is your drink of choice? Because I don't think we're drinking it right now.
Yeah, now we're drinking rum. My drink of choice is vodka.
Just straight vodka?
Yeah. I mean vodka water.
Oh my god. See,
Like you pour a little water in it.
She drinks water sometimes.
Yeah, but I don't know. Back home you just drink, you know? Like my grandpa, he survived because he was given absinthe when he was 2 days old.
It's
I
different.
wouldn't be here if not for absinthe, you know? Change your perspective. Then here's the questions. Send me some questions to my story and
Give me
I
that.
put them...
Question number 1. Ooh. Music video with me or music video I record for you?
So, this is a funny question to go as first. This was sent by my friend, Cinevision Studios. Homie, you in San Francisco. You want to transport me there? Can I crash there? I am broke. If so, yes. Let's go. I'm up. Next
Excellent
question.
answer. Excellent answer. And there is a proper response to said answer. All right, next question. Where does your accent come from?
I mean, now we talked about it a little bit, but it's actually funny. This is a question that I can answer in a very differentiated manner. Even though I'm Hungarian, I grew up in Hungary, and then we were like kind of placed in Austria, so I learned German by force. And then I chose to learn French and Spanish on my own. So after this, I moved to Switzerland, and then I moved to Singapore, and then I moved to Morocco. So then I moved back to Hungary, and now I'm in New York. So my accent is like a mix of like all of the places that I consider a part of who I am, right? It's just because how you hear English, you know. So yeah, I guess my accent can't really be pinned to one country in that sense. Yeah.
I have a question. How many languages do you speak? This question says, I think the song is about how you can turn into a monster to protect your friend from her abusive boyfriend. Question mark.
You are correct.
Everyone needs a friend like that.
No, literally. Like, I wrote the Beware the Devil too, especially. I think you're referencing that. That is literally the song that I wrote to my best friend. I mean, her boyfriend threatening him that even if I do leave Hungary, even if I should come back to the US or go somewhere else, doesn't matter where I am, I have connections that can...
She looks so harmless, I mean she's unable, she ain't gonna get me stressed, let's put it to...
Don't try me.
We may look cute, but we're scary. Alright, last question. OMG, why hasn't Beware the Devil gone viral?
It's a very good question. No, honestly, like, sometimes you look at some songs and they go viral later. Like, you look at Pink Pony Club, went viral 5 years later, you know. And then you look at some of Doechie's stuff, it went viral later too, you know. Like, even Lady Gaga's songs, like, they sometimes go viral later. Like, you cannot predict the sense of the times, right? Sometimes people need a little time to digest something. But I think it could have many reasons. I think it could be my accent, you know. It could be content being trash. I don't know. You know,
There is something to be said, though, for an artist having a backlog, for when an artist does go viral, people being able to go back in time and see, like, where you were at a year ago, 2 years ago. I think people find that very interesting, and it adds a layer of depth and, like, rawness to your artist persona, which in your case is very much connected to the real you. Yeah. Which is very cool to see.
Yeah, I think it definitely helps for you to, like, gain credibility in this sense.
Well, we're very excited to see and hear what the next EP is going to be. And this is Laura Yadi, everybody, talking about her most recent EP, Beware the Devil. You guys should go check it out. It's available on all streaming platforms. And thank you so much for chatting with us today.
No, thank you so much. I really, really appreciated it. Cheers.
Wanna see me, wanna see me, wanna let me, naughty. Be with the devil that